Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear student of second prep, we are going to make a revision for April items. We will start with unit 2. We have different questions for the exam. Let's start with El-Moaser exam. We will solve. We have 5 exams. We will start with the first exam. Let's start. Question number 1 says that which of when comparing the sound of a lion with the sound of Sapporo. The sound of the lion is, okay, we said one of them is have two property, one of them stronger and what and harsher, and the other will be weaker and softener, or will be what will be softener. Okay, so we have the lion only that we want stronger and sharper, stronger and harsher, weaker and sharper, weaker and harsher. So we haven't the sound of lion weaker, so we have here two. Strong and sharper, no, but we have the right answer will be stronger and harsher. Stronger and what and harsher. Okay, this is the first question. Let's go to question 2. When the light rays is incident perpendicular to the plane reflecting surface, the angle of incidence equal. Okay, when incident light ray fall perpendicular, it means it falls on the perpendicular line or the normal, so we haven't any angles, so the angle of incidence equal the angle of reflection equal 0. Equal what? Equal 0. So the right answer will be letter A, 0. Let's go to question 3. We have the opposite figure, which line incident indicates the refracted light rays, which light indicates the refracted light rays. We have light falls from the air into water, so the speed of light will decreases as it go from medium of high optical density to medium of low optical density, so the angle will be decreases, so the one that nearer to the reflecting surface on the other side from the perpendicular line will be what will be the line C. The line C will be the right answer. Okay, the line C will be right answer. Line A means it make a reflection here. No, we don't make a reflection, we make a refraction between two transparent medium. Okay, let's going to question 4. Question 4 says that when comparing the yellow light with the red light, the yellow light has which property that indicates that we are talking about the yellow light. Okay, we have less frequency, longer wavelengths, higher photon energy, and less deviation in the triangular prism. Okay, when discussing the first, less frequency, we have the red light, and longer wavelengths and less deviation, so these properties belongs to the red light, but the yellow appears after red as it has high photon energy than what than the red color, so red has less photon energy as it appears first, but and less frequency and long wavelengths, so it appear first. After it, yellow has high frequency and short wavelengths and high photon energy and high deviation than the red one at the first. Okay, let's go to question 5. If a gear of Savart wheel has 75 teeth and it rotates, make a rotation 120 cycles in half a minute, the frequency of the produced tone equals. Okay, we said the frequency equal d over t time n, means number of rotations divided time all time the number of gears t. So we have here distance, we have 120 cycles divided half a minute, we have 30, 120 divided 30 equal 4, so we make 4 times 73, so the right answer will be 300 hertz. The right answer will be 300 hertz. That is the frequency of the produced by Savart wheel. Okay, let's go to question 6. In the opposite figure, if the light intensity on the surface is equal to x. Okay, light intensity on the surface equal to x. So the light intensity on that surface become what when the surface is at 60 centimeter from the lamp? Okay, if we suppose that we have a distance that x from the source of light here, so if we are increasing the distance to 60, so we have the distance power 2. Okay, we have the distance power 2. As we said, the intensity inversely proportional to the square distance between the source of light and reflecting surface. So we have here the distance will be increases and the light intensity will be decreases. So the light intensity will decreases to an a distance will be 1 over 9x, 1 over 9x. So the right answer will be letter D, 1 over 9 what? 1 over 9x, as we have the square root of the distance power 2. Okay, as we have the square root of distance power 2, that we will get 1 over square root of distance to get the intensity of light. Okay, let's going to quest the second exam of our revision today, and this is we have 6 questions in each exam. We have question of the exam 2. Let's go. We have the second exam that starts with our first question. The characteristics that's not applied to sound waves is that they, okay, we said that sound wave has different property. We has the produced by vibrating object, yes, propagate through material media, yes, longitudinal mechanical waves, yes, but here we have the last one, propagate in space. No, it not propagate in space, but its speed equal 340 meter per second but in air. So it is the part of this is wrong, so this is the our choose D. Okay, let's going to question 2. The quantity of light that fall perpendicularly on unit area of a surface in 1 second. Okay, if we want to make a light or any room lighted, we must take in consideration the unit area that we take in consideration what the light intensity or intensity of light that we wanted to measure when we take the amount of light in some area. Okay, let's go into question 3. If light ray falls on reflecting surface at an angle 30 degree, okay, light of incidence equal 30, so it reflected at an angle of reflection equal what? Equal also 30. So the angle of incidence equal the angle of reflection equal the same number equal 30 degree. Okay, let's go into question 4. 4 says that in the opposite figure, the intensity of the alarm clock sound heard by Adil is what that heard by Rami. Okay, if we are at a distance from Adil and distance double the distance Rami from the pendulum of the arm of the clock arm. Okay, so we have the intensity of sound produced to Adil have of or equal to or double to or 4 times. Okay, we said that we have the light or the sound will be according to the inverse square law of sound or light. So the intensity of sound will be inversely proportional to the square distance according to the rule at constant temperature. Okay, so we have here one of them will be the right. Okay, we have one Adil and two Rami. Okay, so the intensity of alarm that heard by Adil will be what? Will be more more like what? Like 4 times that reaches to Rami, 4 times that reaches to Rami, as we apply the rule of inverse square law of sound. Okay, let's going to question 5. In the opposite figure, the measure of angle x is. Okay, we wanted to get the angle x. We have here the angle of incidence here, it's equal 60, not 30. 30 between the surface and the light, so the angle here equal 60, and make refraction inside the glass, returning back that coming from the glass, forming the refractive angle. So we have the angle here will be what? Will be equal to the angle of incidence, as it take out to the air again, so it will be equal to 60 degree. We have incidence 60 and refracted angle will be here is 60. Okay, let's going to question 6. What is the correct arrangement of spectrum colors as they emerge from triangular prism, starting from its apex to its base? Okay, we said that we have starting red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Okay, so we have the starting from the apex, we have red, orange, yellow. We have red, orange, yellow. We haven't any of these. Okay, green, blue. We have the right answer will be here, red, yellow, green, blue. We didn't have all the colors arranged, but we have some of them. We have red, yellow, green, and blue. We have red, yellow, green, and blue. Okay, this is the last question of the second exam. Let's start to the third exam that we have today. Number 1 in the third exam that also belong to the sound. We have the measuring unit of sound intensity. As we said, we have two measuring unit. We have a measurement for the sound intensity and another one for the sound noise. When we make a noise, it measuring unit will be decibel. Its measuring unit will be what? Will be decibel. But here we have the intensity of sound will be watt per meter square, and also the intensity of light will be watt per meter square. Okay, this is the right answer. Let's going to question 2. The medium that don't allow light to passes through is called what? We have transparent, translucent, opaque, and shadow. We have the medium that don't allow the light to pass. We called it what? We called it opaque medium. We called it opaque medium. Okay, let's go into question 3. Mirage happens on desert road at noon due to. Okay, we said that mirage happened due to light behavior through air layers. Okay, it will make different properties. We make some of them, and depending on the hot air in the desert, we have what? We have reflection and also refraction. So we have all of them. We call them total internal reflection, all, or we can say reflection and refraction. We can say reflection and refraction. We have only refraction, no. Reflection and analyzation, no. Refraction and reflection and analyzation, refraction and analyzation, also no. The last one will be the right answer, refraction and reflection. Okay, let's go into question 4. Question 4 says that which of the graph below express harsher sound with higher intensity? Okay, if we said that we have a higher sound or high pitch, that we have harsher and stronger voice, so it will make high crest and high trough. So the right will be, might be B or D. Okay, but we have the one that make a long in the area here. Squares, we have here 4 squares, but here we have 3 squares. So the one that give harsher and the high intensity, that will be the sound in the D. Okay, let's go into question 5. If a light ray passes through a water and falls onto the separating surface between the water and air with an angle of incidence equal 40. So the angle of refraction in air is, okay, in water that we have the angle 40, so it will be increase or decrease as we go. In air it will increase as light travels in air with high speed, comparing to what? Comparing to the water. So it will be more than what? More than 40 or greater than 40. So the right answer will be letter B, greater than 40 degree. Okay, let's go into question 6. The table shows the number of teeth in 4 gears of equal diameter in support wheel, which when touching each gear with a metal plate. So we have here gear 1, 2, 3, and 4, and number of teeth 100, 140, 180, and 230. Which one will produce what? Will produce the sound with high? The one that give sharper, that has high gear teeth. The number will be what? The number will be sharper at 4 to 130, as it has a large number of gear teeth. Okay, let's go into the third exam of our revision today. Okay, let's start. Question number 1 says that the human ear can differentiate between sound due to all of the following factors except what of sound? We have speed, pitch, and intensity and the quality. Okay, sound here we can distinguish between the each of the following except the speed not reaches to the our ear. Okay, let's go into question 2. The value of the absolute refractive index of diamond could be, okay, we said that we have diamond has high area or high optical density when traveling from air, when light traveling from air to the diamond, so it will have high refractive index and make it with high or stronger than the air. So we have the absolute refractive index of diamond will be higher, that 2.4 will be equal to or could be equal to 2.4. Any number, any one is a greater number, you will be the right answer here. Okay, let's go into question 3. Planck's constant equal, okay, Planck's constant, when we make the relation energy photon equal Planck's constant time photon frequency. So we want the Planck's constant, we will make a division for sound intensity or photon intensity divided what? Divided the frequency of light. So we make the relation here energy photon or photon of energy divided photon frequency. Okay, this is the right answer. Let's go into question 4. 4 says that the sound waves that are used to break down the kidney stones have frequency. Okay, we said that we are very strong and we must have or take the biggest number in our choices. So we have here the higher number, higher than 20 kilohertz, higher than 20 kilohertz. Okay, let's go into question 5. In the opposite diagram, we conclude that the light X has what than light Y? Okay, lower frequency, higher energy, greater deviation, and shorter wavelengths. Okay, what do you think about this one? We said that we have X here appears first, so we have the one that appear first that make a low deviation and high wavelengths and low energy and what and low frequency also. So it appear first, it appear what it appear first. Okay, so we are going to question 6. That in the opposite figure, the light ray falls on the mirror surface and then it reflects if the angle between the incident and incident reflected ray and mirror is 25. So the angle of incidence equal, we have here the angle between the incident light ray and what and the reflecting surface. So we didn't take it, we make a division, 90 minus 25, so it will giving 65, and we want to get the incidence. Angle of incidence equal the angle of reflection equal the same number, equal 65, equal what, 65 degree. Okay, this is the third exam today. Let's going to exam 4 of our revision today. One says that sound are classified according to their pitch into, we have sound classified according to their pitch, means that we have what, two things opposite each other. We have strong and sharp, no. Strong and weak, no. Harsh and weak, no. Harsh and sharp, they are opposite to each other, so the right answer will be letter D, harsher or harsh and sharp. Okay, let's going to question 2. In the opposite figure, the shadow formed on the screen indicates that the object X, Y, and Z are made of what respectively. Okay, to see the object here, we must know that the one in the middle with the shape circle that falls on the screen. So the one in front of it must be transparent and behind it must be transparent to make the shadow on the screen. So we have first iron, flint, glass, and clear plastic, no. Glass wrapper and cardboard, no. We have cardboard, plastic, and glass, no. The last one here we have clear plastic, this is the first one, and cardboard, that is the circle here, and last one clear glass, this is the right answer, letter D. Okay, let's go into question 3. In irregular reflection, differentiation or differ than regular reflection, in that in we have takes place on plane mirror, okay, takes place at rough surface, takes place at a glistening surface, and makes ray reflect in one direction. Okay, all of these are belongs to mirror except one, except takes place on a rough surface. Okay, so irregular differ from regular, that it will what, it takes place at rough surface. Okay, let's going to question 4. Question 4 says that submerged objects in water are seen higher than its real position due to, first one, reflection of light as it falls on water surface, no. Refraction of light as it traveling from air to water, no. Here we have the one that making the refraction, the behavior when light travels from the water to air, not the opposite. Okay, here we have the refraction of light as traveling from water to air, yes, this is the right answer. Analyzation of light as traveling from water to air, no, it's not a right answer at all. Okay, let's go into question 5. The sound wave that travels 3300 meter in 10 seconds and has frequency 110 hertz has wavelength equal what meter. Okay, we have the sound velocity equal wavelength time lambda. Okay, time lambda times means wavelength, so we have frequency here, that we have distance and what and time, so and we have what, we have the frequency, so we will measure the speed of sound by taking distance over time, that we take the velocity or speed of sound in air. So we will make a dividing for the result. For getting the 3 meter will be the wavelength of the wave. 3 meter will be the wave of the object that we have. Okay, so we are going to question 6. The wavelength of the blue light is 450 nanometer, and that of orange light is 600 nanometers. So the ratio between the photon of energy of the blue light to the photon of energy of the orange light will be, okay, we said that we have blue and what, and orange. Make ratio between them, that 450 over 600, but we make inverse for each one. So we will have the simplify and reverse the fraction. So we will have the ratio will be 4 over 3. The ratio will be what, will be 4 over 3. The ratio will be 4 over 3. Okay, let's going to the last exam, the fifth one of our revision today. Okay, I hope you enjoy all the questions that we have today. Okay, please try to read the question correctly, and I hope you all success, and I hope you solve all the questions easily without any problems. Okay, good luck and goodbye.